अरे हो देखो क्या बोला है।
You were too slow, that's the problem. You just wing it.
तू एंगल क्यों पकड़ा है? तुझे क्रॉस आना था ना, तो सीधा किया गाड़ी।
अरे बैच प्लेट यूज हुआ ना, चल। चालू करो?
Yes, चालू है ना?
Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be explaining Xpulse as a whole, how amazing of a bike it is in its own genre. You can see we are in the middle of nowhere, and these are the bikes that get you here. This bike is meant for one and one thing only, and that's adventure, adventure, adventure. Actually, three things. 3 times adventure. I've made a pretty detailed review about the highway performance. It sucks. 100, 105, 110 at best. Maybe in a downslope it can reach 120, but between 105 and 110, that's the what do you call benchmark with reference to its highway performance. But with reference to the off-road performance, there's nothing better than this. So both these Xpulses, you have a Xpulse, the normal Xpulse, the 4V version, and the Xpulse Pro. We've just brought it from these steps. If you can show these steps over here. Yeah, so we've just ridden it down from these steps, and it's all about the suspension. It's all about the low end torque that you get and the mid-range torque. Top end theek taak hai, nothing much to speak about. In terms of the servicing also, it's between say 2000, 1800 to 2000 rupees in terms of servicing. My friend's Xpulse, he was not really satisfied for some reason because there's a wiring issue, but I personally haven't faced any issues so far. The engine has been rock solid. I've covered like around 13,400 kilometers. The engine has been rock solid. The wiring has been rock solid. There was a battery issue initially, but that has also been sorted out. Obviously it didn't get covered in warranty, but I changed it within a year. One thing that you got to keep in mind, if you off-road like me, go through mud, slush and all, you'll have to change the chain sprocket every year. That's what I have been doing. The chain sprocket also, to give you an example, it costs you around between 1,300 1,500 rupees. Not that expensive. The suspension, as long as there's one thing you got to be careful, you got to remove this, clean the suspension so that there's no dirt particles stuck over here. That's why there's always what do you call a gap that I've maintained over here. Otherwise these fork seals do leak. If at all you say you go off-roading and there's a certain amount of dirt that's stuck over here, it will corrode your suspension. It's not only about the Xpulse, it's about any bike. So just clean the suspension regularly, the front one. The rear one is pretty much rock solid. You can't do anything about it. In terms of fuel efficiency, say if you ride like me around 35, if you ride sensibly, you can easily get 45 kilometers per liter. So that is sorted. The Xpulse, I did have an issue. Okay, both of these Xpulse seats have been changed. This is a gel seat, and so have I changed it. The normal Xpulse seat, it's pretty narrow. It's good for off-roading, but for everyday city commute, not the best. My friend has changed it to the gel seat over here. I've changed it. It's a very small thing. It's nothing worth complaining about. If you want a gel seat from front to rear, it costed me approximately 3,000 rupees. Worth every penny over there. With reference to the exhaust also, yes, the exhaust sounds pretty okay in a stock Xpulse. Let me start it. अच्छा गियर
साइड स्टैंड
न्यूट्रल पे डालना. This is our stock Xpulse sounds. According to me, average at best. This is how my Xpulse sounds. got that bass effect, and the best part is you don't need to replace the entire exhaust for this. All you got to do is I'll take this part. All you got to do is remove this through these bolts over here, and there is a certain muffler over here. You just cut that muffler off, you place it back. There's a certain vacuum that gets created over here, so you have the stock exhaust with the aftermarket exhaust sound. It won't sound as good as the aftermarket, but close enough. Another thing about the Xpulse is it's like a canvas. It's like a canvas. You can basically modify it and change it as per your liking. You can see a stock Xpulse here. This is the stock mudguard. This is my mudguard. You easily get this mudguard. It's basically a KTM replica. Obviously, it's not the original. It's almost a direct fit. It'll cost you anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 rupees depending on where you purchase it from. It completely changes the look. You get rally towers available in the market. It's by K3G Rally Tech. The product that I have purchased, I've obviously modified it in further. You can see the difference. The entire height, the feel of the Xpulse changes. I made a comprehensive video of the K3G Rally Tech as well. If you are interested to purchase that product, please run through my channel over there. Then what you have is you have the rear mudguard. This is the stock mudguard that you see over here. And this again is a KTM inspired mudguard that I have placed over here. What I have done is I have also placed stainless steel what is this called? I've also placed stainless steel brackets over here so that it is not flimsy, because since it's a replica, it is pretty flimsy. It keeps on moving around. You get these aftermarket tail lights as well. You get these aftermarket turning indicators as well. So you don't have to spend a lot to make your bike look a little modern, to make your bike look a little more dirt oriented. So that's another advantage of Xpulses. What else? Cover the suspension. The engine is pretty much rock solid. I personally haven't had wiring issues. My friend has had wiring issues, so I can't comment much on that. The tires, again, depending on how off-road centric you want. The stock tires are good enough according to me, but if you're absolutely into off-roading, you can obviously go for rally tires, button tires. The tires that my friend has put is Ralco behind over here.
Race.
Race. The tire that he has placed is Race over here. What is your review regarding the Race? Bolna.
भाई एक नंबर है वो एक्चुअली टायर.
You want me to? I'll take it. So what's your review regarding the Race tire?
टायर लाइक बहुत बेस्ट है. लाइक ऑन रोड जो रोड में भी एंड ऑफ रोड पे भी बहुत मस्त चल रहा है. टायर्स लाइक रेज मुझे अभी तक का इसमें मैं 2 टायर चेंज कर चुका हूँ, बट ये बेस्ट लग रहा है मुझे.
But you found it better than the stock tire?
हाँ, स्टॉक टायर से बेटर लग रहा है.
Okay, and apart from the electrical wiring issue, did you face any issue with your Xpulse?
नहीं, आई थिंक इलेक्ट्रिकल का ही इशू है. उसके बाद बाकी सब चीज़.
But that was covered under warranty?
हाँ, यस.
Highway performance?
Highway performance best है.
How fast can you go?
Around 110, 115.
110, 115 at best. Okay, and what about the average?
Average around 35. हाँ, उतना मिल रहा है अभी तक.
But I'm assuming you ride it really hard. Okay, that's why. Perfect. So then I think this is what the Xpulse is. It's like a budget friendly adventure bike that you really require. I'll tell you one more advantage of the Xpulse, which is above all adventure bikes. It's got no electricals, it's got no traction control, cornering, ABS, nothing. At best, it has a ABS in the front, which is switchable in the off-road mode as well. So when you take these bikes at such places, example, it falls. My bike has fallen multiple times. You see this has been broken. This will cost me around 350 rupees. You have a GS, it'll cost you a bomb. If this at all breaks, it will cost you nothing more than 250, 300 rupees at best. Any of these parts is sub 500 rupees, the parts that could break. And that is what you need in an adventure bike. You just want to go out and you should not feel like, oh no, the bike is too expensive to actually take it to its max potential. It is so basic that there is no electronics for anything to fail. Apart from the basic wiring that a bike requires, there is no electronics on an Xpulse. And that's what an adventure bike is supposed to be. It's supposed to be light. Obviously, it's not as light as the KLX 230, which Kawasaki will be launching in a matter of few days. But obviously, for the price, it's a made in India product. It's a basic engine, it's a basic electronics. The pricing is extremely budget friendly. Anyone from a Zomato rider to a college going kid to a person like me, anyone can afford this bike, and that's what it is. It's about affordability, it's about availability of spare parts, it's about service centers in every corner of India, and it's about adventure. And I think if that is what you're looking at, if adventure is what you're looking at, there's no better bike than the Xpulse. You got the Himalayan 450. Obviously the weight has been an issue. Actually the person who's recording has something to tell about the 450. So
450 like last time हम लोग राइड किए थे ऑफ रोडिंग लाइक वेट का वजह से वो नहीं एक्सपल्स लाइक हम लोग जो नॉन रोड लाइक ट्रेल्स कर रहे थे लाइक उसमें एक्सपल्स इजीली जाता है बट 450 वेट का वजह से उसको पीछे से एक दो बंदा धक्का मारने के लिए चाहिए तो वो बहुत टफ है लाइक ऑफ रोडिंग के प्रॉपर ऑफ रोडिंग करना है तो देन एक्सपल्स हमेशा के लिए बेस्ट है.
Okay, so again there are adventure bikes that are 200 kgs like the 450. There are professionals who can ride the 450 the way it's supposed to be ridden. I'm not saying the 450 is a bad bike, but for new beginners, for medium level people, there's nothing better than an Xpulse. 450 obviously, my hats off to Royal Enfield for getting an amazing international product to India with inverted suspension and an engine that produces 40 plus horsepower. This is approximately 19.5 horsepower or so. So again, it's not as powerful, but the overall weight, the overall dynamics, everything plays a very important role. Another thing regarding the Xpulse, even my friend who owns the Xpulse, if at all you place a top box on the Xpulse, the front suspension will kind of move around a bit. It won't be as stable because you got to understand Xpulse is a very top heavy bike. It's a bike that has a very high center of gravity. So if at all you want to place anything over here, you want to place two panniers over here, even though it may look cool, the engine just doesn't have the performance to pull that extra weight. And more importantly, there's a lot of weight on top. Because there's a lot of weight on top, the entire dynamics of the bike changes. So without my top box, I can easily leave my hand, my bike will go straight. With the top box, I cannot because my front tire kind of moves a bit. So I'm not talking this regarding the Xpulse. Any tall bike, you put anything on top, it kind of fucks around with the dynamics. So that's one point. And I think I've covered everything over here. I've got people clapping in the background. So guys, again, if you have seen me till here, thank you. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to it. And I look forward for seeing you in my next video. Take care.